Hello and welcome with Exploring with Leo. Took me an hour and a half to get here. Saving the battery. See if we can get some shots of this Sasquatch. Okay, let's head on down. Pretty steep ground. Just gotta be real careful. Stick with these trees. Okay, made it to the twins. Super steep ground. Love taking you guys down here. A lot of people don't know what us Forest Service people can do in the woods. But I logged with my dad and hiked these canyons fighting fire. These are the twins right here. These are monstrous trees. You can check that out. That's a huge, huge tree. It's a monster. Haven't been down here for a long time. That's deer trail right there. You can see them poking. You can see that dirt. A lot of deer come down through this. This is the other side. Big log here cut off. Got to be careful with this moss on here. You'll slip on it and fall. So be careful. If you see me doing this stuff, I've done it my whole life. I ain't got no corks on, but I'm careful. It's dried up a little bit. You can see where that log was cut off. There's where we're going. Straight down. There's the canyon wall. Big cedar. Holding this huge, you can see this huge friggin' log here. See if I can, don't like to put my foot in between stuff, but this is a monster log. I used to cross that, but it's too rotted out now. Okay, there's the twins. There they are. Beautiful, monstrous trees. Look at the size of that. Deer trail. This is where we head down. This is steep and all get out. One time right here, I injured myself real bad. This was covered up and I slipped on it and banged my back and bruised all my ribs. It was bad. I was down for a month. Very dangerous. Don't ever do this. Okay, we're going to get a peek of the canyon here. There it is. What do you think of that? There's a log down here I want to show you. I climbed down there and checked it out. It's awesome. See that hole in that log? I climbed down there and there's this white stuff in there. I moved it with my hands. It was just glistening. It was the coolest stuff I ever seen. Almost like it was alive. Have you ever been to the salt chuck and you're getting shrimp, putting your pots down, you pull them up and you see all these things glowing? Same thing. Look at that. That is steeper than get out. Okay, now we gotta remember where we came from. Okay. We're on this deer trail. We won't lose this deer trail. You see where they came down, knocked all the clay up. They're headed down that way. Take a shot here. Well, what you doing, little bird? What you doing, little bird? Boy, he was moving out. Look at that. See that cedar tree over there growing out? How cool is that? It's a big old cedar. Oh, it looks like it's been clawed on. That's where the cougar's at. We got the bear last time. Walked right through his bed. Should never do that. So today we're going to stay to this side. See that cedar tree growing off on that log? See underneath that log? You never know what's under there. A lot of dens down here. We'll just mind our own business. We don't go down in that stuff. I don't see any. Oh, it's pretty muddy. That's all right. Pile up of trees right there that came down. You can see this, how steep this is. A lot of squatch down in here. We'll probably get some awesome pictures. There's where we're going, right down through there. We'll be on the other side of this little gully. This is a cut from the water drain off. That's what cut all this out. See that clay? Gotta be super careful. It's dried up quite a bit. But see, I'm not heading down that. That's follow this deer trail down so we can get down to the bottom. Remember, when you climb down, you gotta climb up. So always remember that. Don't get crazy. Oh, this is so easy and so cool. You gotta climb back up that. And that is steep. That's where we came from. That is steep as all get out. You can see them trees leaning out. We're on the side hill. See them trees leaning out? Give you a good idea how steep this ground is. There it is right there. There's where we're headed. Down to the bottom. Wow. Okay. They stopped right here. Where's this deer trail go? Look at that. They curved over there. They went down. They went down that. Why? That looks bad to me. Okay, let's look at this side. Yeah, it's a lot better, but you can see how wet it is. It's a long ways to the bottom, guys. This is no joke. This is dangerous. Don't ever come out in the woods like this, off trail. If you do, you better best be packing a gun. Don't have to shoot nothing, just shoot up in the air. See, these deer went right down this. See that? They went right down through here. Beautiful. Look how pretty that is. See how steep that, there's where we're shooting. There's that log. You see how steep that is. Okay, we don't want to get down in that. That's all wet. So we'll just jump over here. This is really wet. It looks easy, guys, but it's not. I got real strong angles. Side hilling. There we go. There's up towards the top. Have no doubt we're down in here. And this is where the squatch are at. So you gotta pull these bushes back. Check it out. Make sure that you can pass through. Look at that, busted off. This is very dangerous. Oh, look at they tagged this. They came down here and tagged this. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Wonder why. That's fresh tag. That is fresh tag. Why would they tag down in here? Let's just head down. This is pretty fresh. It just was in here. There's a big cedar. Huge cedar. Looks like that cat's been working on that. See that bark ripped off right there? But we're not going to mess with that. We're headed down here. There's the creek. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Well, well, well. Okay, this is rad. Man, this is steep. There's the other side. There's a big stump. And that gully goes up. Okay. Wow. Just look around, make sure we can get back up. See how it grew in? I told you. This canopy will grow in. And my God, it's a jungle. All hidden. Once that grows in, them leaves will get huge. You see that? It's way across the canyon. All right. Let's see if we can go down here. See, I'll set down on my ass. Slide down to this next little spot here. Wow. Well, that is steep. My God. There's another big log. Let's see if we can go down. Timber cruisers came down here. There's that bark ripped off the tree. Big log. Pretty crazy being down here, ain't it? There should be a huge log down here. Huge cedar stump. I think we're on the other side of it. Okay, where did I come down through? Right there. Very steep. Like I said, best off stay on these deer trails. They know where to go. We're almost to the bottom. Now this is rad. There's that big, look at that big log across there. My God. There's that big stump. See what I was telling you about? There's that stump. Just be careful down here because this is all wet. The closer you get to the creek. There's creek. Goodness. This is something. Oh, took a little trip there. So you gotta be careful on this stuff that's sitting here because you never know how deep it is and it's gonna let go on you. So let's go to the other side of it. Oh, just stepped in a hole. Lots of holes. There's the other side of the wall going up. You can see a peak of it up there. Look at that. That's how steep it is, us coming down. That's way up there. 400 feet. Okay. Just gotta be careful here. Gotta watch out for bees too. The bees are out. Step on a hornet's nest and your day could be ended. Look at that. Is that beautiful? There's where we came from the top. big log in there. There we are, clear up there. See that log that fell up there? It's a long ways away. There's where we came from. Timber cruisers came through. I don't know what they're up to. Okay, you can see where the deer went across that log right here. You can see that all tore up. We're not going to step on that log because we don't want to slide off and fall down. There's the creek. Beautiful. There's a wall. There's the other side. Look at that. I've climbed up that. It's brutal. Brutal. Wow. Like I says, we ain't gonna attempt it. The rain's been real heavy. Super heavy rains. There's a lot of water running off. I'm sure we're going to get a lot of pictures today. I've seen a lot of them. Just mind your own business. Walk through. But they're gawking and looking at stuff. Look at that. That is soft. It's real soft. The size of that cedar stump. But it's really rotted down through the years. There's another big one. Top. There it goes. There's where we came from. There's that ribbon. We came down through that, guys. That was cool. Huge cedar log. These cedars are big. Okay, we made it to the creek. Lots of bugs out. Sasquatch is probably looking at us. I can sense them. They are everywhere. Look at that tree that grew out of that stump. There's down. That's where the creek heads down through. Beautiful little creek. See that deer all came down here. See all the deer tracks? Down here to get water. You see how messy that is. Haven't seen no squatch tracks. Never know. It's beautiful. Adjust my camera. Get ready for our hike back up. Just looking for some cool rocks. That rock looks like it's almost made out of clay. Oh yeah, it's clay. Clay. Cool. Let's take a chunk of that clay home, just for the hell of it. It's almost marble. You can see how that is. It's almost like marble. It's clay. See where I scraped it? Chunk of clay. I'm going to take these couple rocks, if I can get them in my pocket. No, I ain't got no pocket room. is. That's almost like marble. Let's dry that on. That's a cool rock. It's almost like marble. See that? Clay rock. Cool. There's a lot of bugs down there, flies and stuff. Beautiful little creek. Okay, this is going to end our hike right here. We got to head back up. Just want to come down and take a peek. See where the deer been going. No Sasquatch tracks. Very strange. Pretty cool, huh? That big rock. Huge rock. Huge boulders. Look at them big boulders. Wow. Holy cow. Can't get much film down here. So it's growing all in. Terribly growing in. But that's all right. We're heading from the other side. We'll go several miles from here. We'll cross again. Cool rocks. Clay stone, that's cool. You can see that marble look in there now. Right here. I think that is quartz, milky quartz. A lot of iron in it, turning it color. Clay rock. You see where I scraped it? See that clay? Got underneath my fingernail. Clay. Clay rock. Cool. Okay, I'll take these two rocks up. Uh-oh, there's something behind me. Something's coming down the wall. Let's get up here. Ouch! Damn it. Jabbed my knee again. Something got me. It's all right. There it is. Wow, look at that. When you ever get a chance to hike in this stuff? Never. Nobody shows pictures of this. The most dangerous places in the woods you can go. Tree growing right out of that stump. That's the root. See the tree come down. Look at that. That is awesome. It's where they put the boards in. They have to get up high because they can't cut down here. Common sense. They get up higher and chop them off, stand on boards. Crosscut. Till the chainsaw was invented. And that pretty much started it all. The combustion engine. Pretty, huh? Tree growing right out of that log. There's something way the hell over there. We'll never get that. Okay, here's our climb back up. Oh boy. Alright. Now, where exactly? Yeah, this is pretty cool. This tree thrown in there like that. See how they hollow out cedars? They hollow out, and all this meat on the outside was cut for cedar shingles. Bust them into bolts, 24, 25 inches long. Then you take a froe and you bust boards off of them. Pretty much all your shingles now are cut out of green. Live trees, big trees, big trees like that. Those cedars I showed you coming down. Okay, what do we have here? Where is our mark? There's our mark. We'll just go up right through here. See that big old log right there? Wow. Up on the wall. Beautiful. Huge, huge cedar, or fir. That's a fir or piss fir, one of the two. That could be cedar. I'd have to climb up there and check it out. We'll go on the other side here real soon. It's an awesome shot. Wow. I'm sure we're being looked at. Nobody comes down here except timber cruisers. And they don't have an idea what's going on. Look at all the pollen. Terrible. Alright. Awesome climb. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was fun. There it is. There's the wall. Look at that. Oh yeah, we climbed that. We'll be over there soon. Thought I'd show you guys around the woods before I took you down. Here's the deer trail. This ain't the one we came down because I don't see my tracks. Boy, this is slick clay. You can see where they've torn it up coming down through. See that? Tore it up. Wow, how cool is that? Maple. Gnarly, just grew right out of the bank. Stinging nettle. It's all coming in. That'll make it all brutal. This stuff gets 6 foot tall. It'll be bad. It will be real bad. There's our tag. There's where we came from. So I want to check around. Never know what's going to come down. Take a look at us. We'll get a picture. Real good in the woods. You see, it looks easy, doesn't it? Well, it's not. This is where we said we weren't going to come up, but we have no choice now. We're already here. We'll just make our way up. There we go. Lean up against this tree right here. Something been clawing on that. look at. Deer. Deer could be hitting these horns on. That looks like a rub off of a deer. That's what that is. That ain't a claw. That's a rub. Came through and scratched these horns on there. Conk. Conk. Whew. There's where we came from. Headed up. There's where we came. Came right up that. Looks impossible, but it's not. Okay. We're almost back up to the top. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to take a break. Take a break right here by this busted off tree. Okay, there's the creek. There's where we came from. There's the stump, and we came up right up through here. Snuck right up through here and up through there. Okay, guys, I gotta take a break. See ya, guys.